Boston Richie people, they hit me back like, what's good? It's going to be like, I'm on stream, but I don't think, whatever they want to talk about, I don't think Boston Richie people want to talk about on stream. People were asking me, they said, we want you to keep the same energy. They said we were tight at the last stream. You did not talk about Dana White, who supposedly was involved in some, Dana White, and they felt that, when it comes to black, either artists or rappers getting the heat for domestic violence, it's usually everybody covering it. That person's career is ruined. But with Dana White, a lot of people are kind of just excusing it. Now, if you guys don't know, Dana White is I believe is the current president of the UFC. He's one of the people who kind of really ushered in the whole UFC thing. Now, granted, I'm not copping a plea for him, but I think one of the reasons why this ain't as big as people think it would be is that just UFC culture doesn't give a fuck about a lot of the woke shit. So not that they condone anybody abusing women, but they're not quick to terminate or just say, get the fuck on out of here. Also, I think a lot of, based on their business model, a lot of their sponsors and shit like that haven't been a bunch of woke motherfuckers. They operated within the pandemic. They used to go to other countries. They've had a lot of fighters that have gotten such, kind of allegations. So when you see the president, I think Dana White's the president, they're not just like running and folding. Anyway, if you guys didn't know, Dana White, apparently on New Year's Eve with him and his wife, this is how the story reads. They got physical with each other in a crowded Cabo St. Lucas club. And it's an incident that Dana White says that he regrets, okay? I'm going to play you the incident right now because it's, you tell me what you think. The headline says Dana White just beats his wife. Couldn't wait to see the video. The video is here. I'll let you guys be the judge. Now, this is Dana White. This is his wife. Look like he's holding her hand. Again, this is where it gets so dicey. I don't even want to be the judge. Is he holding her hand forcefully? Is he just holding her hand? Looks like they're arguing, but we're going to see some stuff. Why is he holding her hand? Is he holding her hand because she was going to punch him? Is he holding her hand because he didn't want her to leave? You see, these are all things that, unfortunately with some of these things, you got to get into speculation, and depend on what you think of these things before you even see this video is what you're going to believe is happening. So that's why I'm not saying anything. Okay. Now, here's, it looks like this is some time afterwards. Dana White's here. I don't know if this is his wife, but let's see. Okay, I think this is his wife. Look like if this is his wife, she look like she's like this, kind of maybe like upset, distraught, who knows, right? She kind of looks over to him. By the way, also, I would imagine lit. I could imagine both of them are lit. She kind of turns around. This is him. Okay. I don't know if he grabs her. I'm trying to give the full play-by-play. I ain't going to sugarcoat nothing. Okay. Look, it does look like he grabbed her, right? Because she's kind of moving her way. Wow. And she just slapped the fuck out of him. You heard me? So she gives him either, I don't know if it's a slap or a punch. It looks like it might be a slap. And he hits her back. Okay. Bang. She hits him. He kind of takes it. He hits her back. By the way, trigger warning for anybody who's watching. I'm not trying to promote or really just showcase domestic violence. This is obviously a serious thing. We obviously don't condone domestic violence. I'm just showing you an actual thing that happened within the culture. Somebody who we do know. And we're just trying to break the video down and trying to see if we can have some type of objective conversation about it. This is not promoting domestic violence at all. We do not believe women should be hit. And I know some of y'all might watch this later like, damn, Axe pussy. He got to say all this stuff. People will take even me showing this video out of context because they're like, oh, no, you're like, I'm giving the reason why we're even playing this, okay? Anyway. Okay, so he hits her back. So she hits him, right? He hits her back. Okay? It looks like he strikes her again. And it looks like they're playing hand wrestling or whatever the case is. She kind of grabs his shirt, pulls him over here. Right? it looks like he might be pushing her off. I don't know what it is, right? Clearly it's just messy and nasty. They're into it, right? She's trying to get back into it. I don't know if it was security or friends that's next to him. Gotta imagine Dana White always got some security on hand. I guess people are probably trying to get in between them, but his wife is trying to get back. You know what I mean? Like they're kind of into it at this point. Right? So she's here. People are trying to restrain her a little bit. He's right here. Look like she's now over here because he's turning and looking this way. Now he's turning back this way. And I don't know what's going on. Look like they're back into it again. I don't know. Anyway, I think that's the full video. I don't want to even give it an opinion of this. So some people are like, some people are saying Dana White's a monster. Some people are saying, well, she shouldn't have hit him first. We live in a society right now, and by the way, also, I do agree that, men obviously are just way stronger than women this and third, and, we should obviously exercise control. Some people do believe, not my belief, but equal rights equal lefts, right? But it looked like she struck him first. He responded, this and third. Again, in hindsight, in the grand scheme of things, nobody really gives a fuck that she hit him. People really care that he hit her, right? He went on TMZ to speak about it, and this is what he said.
Chloe knew you.
Here we go.
I were out Saturday night on New Year's family, holidays with my family, and my wife and I were out Saturday night on New Year's Eve, and, unfortunately, that's what happened. I'm one of the guys, you've heard me say for years, there's never, ever an excuse for a guy to put his hands on a woman. And now here I am on TMZ talking about it. But my wife and I have been married for almost 30 years. We've known each other since we were 12 years old. We've obviously been through some shit together. And we've got 3 kids. And, this is one of those situations that's, horrible. I'm embarrassed, but it's also one of those situations that is, right now, we're more concerned about our kids. We have 3 kids, and, obviously, since the video popped up, we've shown the kids the video, and, we're more focused on our family right now. People are going to have opinions on this, and most of the people's opinions would be right, and especially in my case. You don't put your hands on a woman ever. My wife and I obviously love each other. We've been together for a very long time. We've known each other since we were very little, and this is just one of those unfortunate situations.
You were at a place in Cabo that where alcohol flows.
Yeah, I mean, Dana, what we were told by people who were in the club, that it, at least to them, seemed that there was a lot of alcohol involved in this situation.
There was definitely a lot of alcohol involved, but that's no excuse. I literally am making no excuses for this thing at all. It's never happened before. It's the first time that it's ever happened. And people are going to say what they're going to say. It's just is what it is. And whatever people do say, it's deserved. I deserve it. It happened. I don't know why it happened. And,
By the way, I'll give him credit. He is pretty much saying everything I believe he would need to say to appease everyone. And also, he's taking responsibility. He's not like trying to, as they would say, like trying to dice, dice pineapples in a way where like, it's like, oh yeah, I shouldn't have done it, but my wife shouldn't have like hit me too. Like he's just taking full responsibility, basically saying it don't matter what happened before. I should never did what I did. And I'm wrong. And who cares if alcohol was involved? Who cares about the other scenarios? Who cares who hit who first? Who cares about all the other shit? I was wrong. And I'm going to be honest with you. This is, a lot of times we watch like these apology videos, and apology videos are butchered, dog. Butchered, right? Because, a lot of times when people get in trouble in this cancellation era, people just want someone to fall on the sword. I remember telling 6ix9ine that, like, when he first got out, right? I said, bro, you're trying to give like this explanation of why you told. All they wanted you to say is basically, I said, you would still have the support of the majority of people if you just said, yo, I'm sorry, I just wasn't about that life. And I got caught up in some shit and I realized I was wrong. I'm so sorry to my mom and I'm sorry to the people that have been affected by my actions. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I'm wrong. I told that nigga that. I said, if you said that, they would begin to forgive you. You know what you came out saying? Suck my dick. I did rat. And what? Nobody's going to forgive that. You get what I mean? It's like the art of the apology is almost like, even if you have something to say in retort that you would probably say to your homies, like, bro, like, honestly, I wouldn't even, like, yeah, I fucked up, but I wouldn't have done that if she ain't do this. You, in the art of the apology, you got to basically just say, bro, I'm fucking wrong. I have a dick in the balls, and I know, like, I'm a guy. I just shouldn't do certain things no matter what happened, right? And you got to just take the L. You know what I mean? Take the L. And I think Dana White's taking the L.
My wife and I have apologized to each other. We've apologized to our kids. And, you know, this is one of those things that everybody's going to chime in. I could care less what anybody else thinks about this. Right now, what we're more concerned about are our kids and taking care of our family.
In the video that we've seen, it seems like this, what started and was over in less than a minute. Is that, we haven't seen any video beyond that. Is it fair to say that this ended? How did this situation end?
That was the beginning of it and the end of it. And, you know, we're still on vacation, you know, everything. You're talking about somebody who is, you know, her and I have known each other since we were 12 years old and we've been married for almost 30 years. So, you know, we're obviously best friends. She's my wife. And, you know, we had too much to drink, and whatever happened that night happened. But yeah, that was it, and it was done.
Dana, the final thing, you say whatever happened that night happened. Do you remember it?
No, I don't remember a lot. So yeah, no. Obviously, this thing, you know, it's one of those situations. It's embarrassing for both of us, but more importantly, what we're more concerned about are our kids. We're concerned about. Listen, nobody knows you better than your kids know you. They grow up in your house with you. They see everything. They hear everything. They know everything. And everybody always asks me, you know, questions about, well, do I care about this? Do I care about that? And my question is always the same. My legacy and all this other stuff with work doesn't mean anything to me. It's all about your family, you know? It's about your wife and kids.
Hey, here's the funny thing. Even with the agenda, by the way, they spoke to his wife, right? Here they spoke to his wife. This is what they spoke to his wife. His wife, who allegedly hit him first. Allegedly. This is what his wife said. Meanwhile, Ann tells TMZ Sports, Dana and I have been married 30 years. To say this is out of character for him is an understatement. Nothing like this has happened before. By the way, she's not basically saying that she did nothing, right? In this statement just sounds like he just goes crazy on her, gives her a little Reese. Unfortunately, we were both drinking. Okay, right? Okay, I'm both drinking. And things got out of control on both sides. We talked through this as a family and apologized to each other. I just hope people respect our privacy for the sake of our kids. She basically admits no fault other than drinking too much. And, hey, here's the thing, though. You know, I won't say it's a race thing because I just think it's a UFC thing. UFC isn't the safe. UFC is the reason why they align even sometimes with Trump. They don't go by the safe mantra or, oh, you gotta be whatever to like survive. They don't really care. They understand the realities of the world and they're okay with taking unpopular positions. So again, Dana White, he apologized. He's the like president or CEO of UFC right now. And I don't think there's going to be much blowback from this, you know? Granted, I do think it should probably affect how they look at other fighters because apparently UFC fighters have a increased rate of domestic violence with their own situations, but they're not the boss. The boss, nothing's going to happen to the boss. The boss is chilling. He said, me and my wife, we apologize to each other. We only care about the kids, but we're still on vacation. You know what that means? We're still throwing back a bunch of, Jaeger bombs, and we're chilling. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody's getting fired. Nobody's losing their livelihood. We're still on vacation. When we get off vacation, we'll probably holler at y'all a little bit more. If this was one of the fighters, or let's say someone from another like field of sport or field of, entertainment, you're done, right? But it's the boss of the USC. You get what I mean? So it is what it is. Anyway, I seen people like trying to compare that to the Gervonta Davis shit, and unfortunately, if you're not the boss of like what you got going on, it's gonna matter. Unfortunately, you get what I mean? Dana White's lucky enough that he built his whole business on not being politically correct. So granted, this is something that the politically correct motherfuckers would try to go cancel him for, but he's built a business that was politically correct proof. So granted, he's not saying that he's right for doing what he did. He's taking blame, but nothing's gonna happen. Sorry to tell you, all right? Okay, cool. Somebody says, yo, I hate niggas like Actor dodging this white male supremacist shit. It's not white male supremacy why I think this is not going to get a lot of flack. Is that the nigga is one of the owners and founders of this UFC shit. And I do believe that basically he's the face of the UFC, and they don't care about woke people. They've built an entire organization that they don't care about woke. It would be very hypocritical that they would fire their CEO because of this. Yeah, he's going to apologize, maybe donate some money, probably going to have to, like up the fighter pay for like women, show that you care, but they're not going to fire him, bro. Like, what do you want me to say? You can say male white supremacist all you want. When you the boss, you make the rules. I keep telling you that. Okay? All right, somebody said, react to this YB video. What YB video is that? Is it a music video? I can't really watch music videos right now on stream, dog. I wish I could. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me see. Okay, I talked about this. I talked about the Gervonta Davis shit. Which, by the way, I don't know if you've seen the Gervonta Davis, like his girl, Gervonta Davis girlfriend lies. I'll just put that. So his girlfriend retracted the statement. Basically, her statement. I'm gonna see if I could play the 911 call. Let me see. Do I have the 911 call here? Is it this? No, I got a 911 call. Okay, here's the 911 call. So his baby mama called 911, and this is what it sounded like.
Okay, ma'am, can you hear me? Hello? Please help me. Please help me. Going to be a transfer for Parkland. It's pinging at. I need help, please. I'm trying to go home. I have my baby in the car, and he attacked me in front of the kids.
Okay, ma'am, repeat the address.
Messing up my tires.
Ma'am.
I need help, please.
Ma'am, repeat the address. I need to send units to you. I need the address.
Please help me. He's going to kill me.
Ma'am, what's the address?
Please.
I can't send.
This is Parkland.
Okay, ma'am, what cell phone number are you calling from?
Please help me.
Ma'am, what cell phone number are you calling from?
Please. Please help me. I want to go home. Please help me.
Hello, ma'am.
Can you please send help? I need to go home. I'm in danger right now.
Okay, ma'am, who are you having an argument with?
Please, I need to go home.
Ma'am, who are you having an argument with?
I need to go home, please. Ma'am, what's going on?
Somebody, let me see if there's somebody on the way. Did she mention any weapons?
Not weapons. The last thing she mentioned is the guy spitting at her.
Oh, okay. All right, well, we have 3 officers on the way.
Okay. So that was the 911 call. He was arrested, because, listen, here's the thing about, like, a lot of these particular calls. Once you make the 911 call, it's out of the hands of the person making a call, especially when it's a woman. because they know a lot of times that sometimes maybe the guy calms down because he might be going to jail, and he try to sweet talks his girl. But say he punched his girl, right? There's a fucking lump on her head, but he said, baby, I'm so sorry. Please don't send me to jail, this and third. A lot of times in most states, when the police come, yeah, they ask for a statement from the woman, but in reality, they're going to just look at physical shit, and they're going to look at the call. So if the call alleges certain stuff, even if she says it's a lie, they still take the nigga into custody on suspicion of doing a domestic violence. Gervonta Davis